Test, test, test. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Let me know how we sounded. Let me get a little closer to the mic. Sound a little underwater. So we got a couple setups we're looking at, y'all. And I just noticed the Sunday chart analysis did not upload. So I'm going to do that or redo it now after this live start. After this live's over. We got a couple setups we're looking at right now. So we do got some holidays still today. So we got Swiss franc holiday, French, German, Italian. We got GBP bank holiday. On top of it being Monday. So you already know what we talk about every week when it comes to Mondays and Tuesdays. Mondays and Tuesdays are usually the slower days or slowest days out the week because volume is picking up and the markets are open. So we're mainly going to be paying attention to a couple charts today. We're looking at this NAS setup. We talked about this on last week as well. As we can see here, Thursday, it failed to break and hold this as resistance just like it did on Wednesday. And then we can see here that nothing happened on Friday, obviously because the markets were closed. Then we see when markets opened last night. We had a gap between the support into resistance. You can see it did a push around 11 o'clock last night, and it's been chilling there since then. So we're going to be looking for continued sells on NAS. But as y'all know, we don't chase setups. So we're going to be simply waiting for one or two things to happen. We're going to wait for NAS to see if we can retrace and retest 18,190 and see if we can continue to hold that as resistance. Or we're going to wait to see how it reacts at 17,870, 17,865 to see if we can hold this as resistance here. But we're still going to be looking for continued sells on NAS100. And then we're going to look for G buys. The thing started flying, wasted no time. It's been flying all night, literally since the markets opened. And then again, when we look at the bigger time frame, we see that we've already did a huge move for the day. So like we always talk about when we see a huge move for the day, and the day just started, right? We just had Tokyo session. London session just started 14 minutes ago, and we still got all of New York session. So when we typically see, again, when we look right here, one, we're still pushing after this reversal to break this higher high to make a new higher high. But we're also approaching this level like we talked about last week. So I'm expecting a retracement. We're still going to be looking for buys, of course, though. But again, when price usually does a big move like this, it's already done a move that's like the size of a daily move on the daily time frame, right? We're either going to see price reject and retrace like we saw here, or we're going to see a little bit of consolidation before price continues to push, or we're going to see another abnormally large candlestick, right? So just keep that in mind with this. But we're still going to be looking for continued buys on GU. But again, it's a little too far for entry in my liking. So again, we're going to wait for price to do one or two things. See if we can retrace and retest 33.70, 33.75 as support. Or we're going to watch and see how it reacts and see if we can break a hold 34.15 and hold that as support. But we're still going to be looking for buys regardless, y'all. And then GN and GJ, we got a little bit of work to do as well. GN is still kind of GJ is still kind of in no man's land. Just like last week, we're stuck in this consolidation. We was looking to see if we could break out of it last week, but obviously it didn't happen. So we're going to see if we can do that this week. Now, we do got a couple movements this week. But like I said, I'm going to redo the Sunday chart analysis because it did not upload. So I'm going to redo that after this live stream. Got a new video dropping for y'all later on today as well. Y'all make sure to be on the lookout for that. Dropped some videos for y'all last week and over the weekend. Shout out to those that been watching the crypto videos and have been investing because we are up right now. We've been pumping literally all weekend. So if I haven't caught up to the crypto altcoin analysis, and we dropped a new Bitcoin, so a lot of Ethereum analysis this week as well. But yeah, the markets have been going crazy over the weekend. Make sure I like the live to hop up in here, y'all. What's going on, my boy? I see you up in here. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. I'm looking at the charts, drop them in the chat. It's already know the drill. Just chilling, patiently waiting right now. We can see possible GN sells also. GN. Again, we see price treat as low as resistance. This is what we was talking about last week as well, that we needed to see GN turn these lows into resistance. So now we'll see we could hold 23.15 as resistance. If we could hold 23.15 as resistance, we can look for sales going back down to 22.25. So again, we got a few setups we're looking at. We're just simply waiting for volume to kick in and some retracement retest for a couple of these parts right here. So we're going to keep it on 2 minutes for now. U15 just popped up. What's going on? What's going on? Those who joined the stream just started, so I recommend rewinding. So you know what we're looking at. Basically, what took place last week going into this week. So again, we got a few setups we're looking at. We're just waiting for some retracements. So we do not chase setups over here. But we do got a couple setups we're looking at. New 5 minute about to pop up in a second. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal for Telegram, y'all. Y'all see on your screens how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. We're about to pull it up in a second also. I like how this is looking right here. So again, with GN, if we can continue to hold 23, 15, 23.10 as resistance, we can look for sales going to 22.30. That's what we're looking at right here. Again, we was looking at sales last week here. We will struggle to not only hold these levels as resistance, but this next level. See a nice retest right here. So I do like that. Again, we have a lot of charts going as projected. We just didn't take this setup because, as you can see, 2:30, you see at 3 o'clock, a little too high of a setup. Again, I'm very picky with my setups. If price isn't at my entry, I just wait for a retracement or go for look at another setup. It's very simple. But again, this just goes to show you again there's opportunities all over the place. Let's see how this holds. You know, last week was a little bit wonky. And you know what's crazy? Y'all watched the Sunday chart analysis last week, even Thursday's live, right? And again, I was like, I even went on Google and I was like, is it a bank holiday for America as well or the US? It said no. But like all the people I know that like work like corporate like chain jobs, it was off on Friday. Then the markets are also closed Friday. So I was like, why is it acting like it's not a holiday when the markets are closed? Everybody and mama's off. So that was kind of weird. So that threw me off last week, but you know, it is what it is. Like, I might as well make it a bank holiday. They're not going to close the markets and shit. You know what I'm saying? But we got a lot of holidays still today as well. We got Swiss franc bank holiday, French, German, Italian, as well as GBP bank holiday on top of Big Monday. So don't be too shy surprised if the volume's kind of low and slow. But as we can see, even with those holidays, we can still see some charts doing what they're doing. Gold's been pumping as well. Again, I've been telling y'all to invest in gold. Y'all not know where to invest in gold. Like I've been telling y'all, crypto, they have made a coin for gold. And it's literally the exact price. And it's actually a little bit more than what gold's showing on this chart, right? Because right here it says gold's currently worth $3,394. But when we go to PAX, right? So again, you look at gold. Right, let's go on a clean chart so y'all can pay attention to what I'm trying to point out. This is what gold's looking like, right? And then we go to PAX G. Right, it's the exact same market structure, right? Let's do let's see if this one looks the same. Nope, that's not the one. Yeah, so we're going to just use this one, right? But you see, it's the same market structure. It's following gold. Looks almost the exact same, right? It's just worth a little bit more, but that's one way to invest in gold. Then there is a couple stocks as well. I think it's like Spider Gold or something like that. What is it? I have to pull it up. I have a list, but I know there's the gold. What's it called? I gotta pull it. I have a list. Let me pull it up right now. Let me pull it up right now. Give me 1 second. It is that. I just was spelling it wrong, I guess. Yeah. There we go. Spider Gold Trust. Right. Following the same flow as gold, it's just cheaper, more affordable to invest in. And there's a couple other ETFs, but of course, the best way to invest in gold is to buy some actual physical gold. But there's a bunch of gold ETFs, a bunch of companies that you can invest in gold with. But you're going to need some gold in crypto. Gold has been flying non-stop. There's a reason for that, y'all. So we're going to continue looking for buys on gold as well. But as you can see, even last night, it made another all-time high. So we're going to be looking for retracement to continue to ride the wave and look for buys. And we're just watching GJ and GN to see if they're going to wake up for us as well. So as far as today, I'm going to be paying attention to GU. I got alerts with GN and GJ, but I'm mainly going to be paying attention to NAS. We're going to catch a retracement on gold and then GU, right? Because everything else you kind of see is still needing to wake up. So I'm not going to force any setups on these. Really going to pay attention to GN too because it did break this low. I want to see if we can see some volume and price continue to push for us. Because we see it's not really done too much today either. So we do got a couple setups. And again, NAS is pushing, but again, we go to London session, right here. We're not going to chase that setup. We're going to look at price to retrace and retest this level. See if we can break up this next low as resistance. But again, this goes to show, like when you see those videos online where people are like, oh, can't trade Tokyo Asian session. There's no volume. This thing flew all last night. This thing flew last night. This started this move last night. All right, so that's 3 charts right there. That literally, as soon as markets open on a Sunday at that, you could have caught some setups. So when you see these videos when people talk about, oh, you know, this session's trash or this is the best session, don't listen to that. Right? Members of students, you already know this because I say this all the time. If the markets are open, your confirmations are met, take the setup. You know what I'm saying? So let's see if we can hold this low as resistance here. We got a new 15 about to pop up. You guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. If you need any charts, drop them in the chat. Again, make sure you hit that first link in the description. We're going to free student free Telegram. The playbook's still available. I dropped some other books as well, y'all. I don't think I put, if you go to the website, let me drop the website in the link. I thought I posted pictures in I posted them on my story. That's why I posted them. So let me pull it up. But we got a few books. I'm gonna put the website link in the chat as well. Let me pull up the books really quick. All right, we got the, hold on. As soon as I try to pull it up, my thing glitches up. 1 second. What just happened? But my thing just froze for a second. All right, of course, we got the official playbook. And then we got this book as well. Trader's Mindset, Mastering Psychology and Risk Management, Leveraging Risk, Master Discipline, Never Blow the Count Again, Learn How to Trust Yourself While Staying Cool, Calm, and Collected. So this book is the ultimate playbook for not only trading psychology. I go over the gist of trading psychology, the main issues people have with trading psychology, the solutions for it, and like all this stuff. We go over all this stuff. I give you a trading plan in here. I'll show you again how to never blow your account again, and much, much more in the book. Then, of course, we got the Crypto Web3 book out as well. All right. And then, of course, we have the official playbook. Let me find that picture again really quick. Yeah. Right. Then we got the official playbook, of course. And then we have, and I got a few other ones I'm working on as well. But I'm putting it on pause because I'm about to finalize the revamp of the playbook course. Like I said, it's going to be done by the end of this month. Then, of course, we got the Investing for Beginners, Planting Seeds for a Lifetime of Wealth. This book goes over the introduction of investing. Now, this isn't day trading. This is more so long-term investing. I give you a 3-year plan as well as a 5-year plan for investing in here. I go over the gist and why it's important to start investing now and just think long-term and a bunch of stuff. And I got another book dropping on long-term investing as well as I got another book. I got a book that's going to be comparing dividends and staking. So it's going to be comparing like the dividends, stocks, and staking, crypto, altcoins. I got a few other books I'm working on. But like I said, the books are going to be on a pause for now because I got to revamp and finalize the playbook course. But again, all that stuff is and Instagram, TikTok bios. I'm about to put the link in the chat right now. But make sure to hit that first link in the description, y'all, because again, we've gone absolutely crazy. Even though last week was a little bit slow with all the holidays and just the choppiness, we still ended up the week positive. And then we calculated the risk to rewards was super up that week. But we went 2-1 last week. So still a positive win rate. Again, before that, we went 5-0. 4-0, and of course to wrap up market. So I do 13 one last market. Generate first. But right here, I'll tell you to the beginning of the month. Wrapped up February 12-0. All wins, losses are posted. You see screenshots of positions, screenshots of signals, as well. We go to where it says subscribers. We scroll down to photos, over 1,500 photos over 3 years worth of receipts. Again, this isn't just a trading strategy. This is how to, what I mainly teach is how to read the charts. The trading strategy is something completely different. But again, this works on literally like the playbook says. Whoops, it's like the playbook says right here. This works on stocks, forex, options, and crypto, and proofs literally in your pudding. If you've been staying tuned and watching the stock videos I've been dropping weekly, as well as the crypto altcoin videos, literally everything. All is one that's projected, but we're up on everything right now. Right? These got to be updated, but this was literally 2 days. I dropped this on Monday, 2 days before FOMC. You can see the date right here. I dropped this 2 days before FOMC, and literally 2 days after I dropped this initial video, this is what price did, right? You've been tuning in and following the crypto analysis. XRP is up. Bitcoin is up. That hit like 87K. I don't know where it's at right now, but hit like 87K last night. Solana is up. That thing went from 125, hit like 141, 142 over the weekend. The video I dropped going over the staking coins were up on that one. H bars up, XLM's up. Literally, we're up on everything. Literally, we're up on everything. One second. See these other trades are doing really good. DJ still trying to get his life out. He's still teasing us. Nas is still doing his learn. So, we're just simply waiting for retest. I'm waiting to see if GN need to go over looking for. All right. So as of now, we're just going to really pay attention to GN. As we just came through those other charts, none of those are where we want them to be at. So there's no point in staring at them until they come to where we want them to be at. Which is also why I place alerts, so I don't got to do what nobody likes to do, which is watch paint dry. You know what I'm saying? Let me catch up to the chat really quick. Again, y'all, if you guys got any questions, drop in the chat. When you need charts, drop in the chat. Make sure to like the live, y'all, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. We just hit 3,300 subscribers. We're already almost at, whoops, my bad, y'all. We're already almost at 3,400 subscribers. We can get to that easily this week. We can get to that easily. Okay, it's just from the corner, y'all. Okay, so it is holding this as resistance. But I do like this right here. I'm going to see if we can push down a little bit. Let's push down a little bit. Let's see what we got. No, I did not enter GU. I don't know if you asked that after I already explained it. We went live at 3 a.m. GU did this retest at 2:30. 3 a.m. candlestick was right here. It was past my entry point, so I do not chase setups. So I did not enter this. I was looking at this setup before we went live, but it did its move before London session, which happens. So no, I did not take this setup. Right? You'll know if I took a setup. One of a few ways, right? One, if you be following Instagram and TikTok, if you see scrolling following your screens, Instagram playmaker_way, TikTok _playmaker_way. Make sure to follow those. I post daily on both pages. But the main way to know if I'm in a setup is I'm gonna have my long or short position on the candlesticks. There's a reason why I put it to the right, because this is me showing y'all my trade ideas. But if I'm actually in the trade, it'll be on top of the candlesticks, right? But no, I'm not in this setup. What's going on, Doyle? I like how this is holding as resistance. I'm not pull the trigger on this. Again, we do got a few holidays today. We got Swiss franc holiday, French holiday, German and Italian holiday, as well as GBP bank holiday. On top of it being Monday. We don't have any high impact news today though. So again, we're still just waiting for volume and our confirmations to be met. I like this right here. I like this right here. So we're gonna pull the trigger on this. So again, I am going to be paying attention to NAS and GU today as well. But like I said, we don't chase setup, so we're either going to wait for price to retrace and retest this level, or wait to see how it reacts to this level right here. But like we also talked about, it's already did a big move for the day, and that level was talked about last week. We ended up breaking both of those levels. We didn't break this level, we passed this level. And we also been pushing for like 2 weeks straight, if not more. So retracements are due. That's mean I'm looking for sales. That just simply means I'm anticipating a retracement for my next position, right? Because you want to enter off retracements. You don't want to trade retracements. You want to enter off retracements, right? That's how you want to do things, right? You don't want to trade retracements. You want to enter off retracements, right? You don't want to trade retracements. You want to enter off retracements. All right, follow the flow of price. All right, we've been talking about buys for the past few weeks. We've been catching buys for the past few weeks. So again, we got our alerts. So we're just going to leave GJ alone until it figures out what it wants to do with this life, right? So very, very, very simple. Same thing in NAS. We got our alerts right between our zones. So we're simply going to let NAS do its thing until it flips out of the pushing. We barely missed TP1. We missed about like half a pip. See if we can keep on pushing. Let's see if we can break past the lows right here. We got TP. Let's see if we can break through this low right here. Because we're not going to hit all the TPs unless we can, one, break past this low here. And then also have some more volume pick up. But we're chilling at TP1 already. We want to see if we can break through this right here though. Whoops, my bad, y'all. I done took the screen off. There we go. My bad. Clicked the wrong button. Oh, well, I was talking to myself. So, new 15 just popped up. We're still chilling at TP1. Let's see if we can break this next level right here. And like I was showing here, I was just showing how, like, again, the markets are still waking up, how there's like no volume for the past 45 minutes on NAS. And that was when I was pointing at gold, so my gold was able to try to retrace for us. All right, we're just at the next CP. Let the members know. Those are joining stream. We're in the setup. We wrote this down into this live. I mean, the members are in this as well. As far as the TPs, SL, and the entry, all that good stuff. Gotta hit that link in the description on Advanced Book Signal for that. But again, it's very, very, very simple, y'all. Very, very, very simple. All right, you're watching my trade breakdowns. We are not doing anything different from any other trade we take or any other trade breakdowns on the channel. Again, we still got to break this low to the left for us to hit all the TPs, though. So we still got a little bit of work to do. We got a new video dropping for y'all later on today. Make sure you have your notice on to be ready for that. Also, make sure to catch up on the videos that dropped last week and during this month. All playlists are up to date, y'all. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. If you charge, drop them in the chat. But you already know the drill. We're just chilling, patiently waiting right now. New 5 minutes just popped up. So as we see here, like I said, we're gonna have to break this low here for the downtrend to continue, right? So we still got a little bit of work to do. Like we talked about last week with these levels, we can see all these wicks from last week. Y'all just joined. Y'all weren't in the lives last week. Like we talked about last week, we have to hold these next two levels as resistance for the downtrend not only to continue, but to play out. So we see so far we've held this low as resistance that we failed to last week at 23.90. So now we got to maintain and hold this level from support as we then turn into resistance at 23.15. We hit TP2 on here. Now see if we could keep holding this level or not. And then we also see here the GU, way as projected, but again, we missed the setup. It's what it is. So at this point now, we're going to see if we can hold 34.15 as support, or if we're going to reject and retrace and retest 33.75. See if we can hold that as support, right? But we can hold 34.15 as support. We can look for buys, go to 34.55. GJ still chilling, but if it can break a hold 188.75 as support, we can look for buys like we saw about last week, going to 189.50. But just like with GN, for the uptrend to continue, we need to break 189.55 and hold that as resistance, as support, which we can clearly see prices fail to do so the past couple of weeks as well. So again, we're just waiting for volume to kick in and reconcile these ranges and reversals we're in. But gold and G just been flying, right? And the same thing with NAS. NAS, we're waiting for price to do 1, 2 pips, retrace and retest, and continue to hold one on lot with 18,200 as resistance. Or if it can break the whole 17,870 as resistance. All right, y'all, we're just an hour into London session. We're about to see what the day's got for us. We do got a couple holidays today. We got French holiday, French holiday, German holiday, Italian holiday, and also GBP holiday. All right, y'all. Let's see. Not exactly sure what you mean, right? So again, it's not a situation. Every setup situational, right? So that's why you got to pay attention to what I say. You know, I go over this, of course, in one-on-one session, of course, but I literally choose the words very specifically and carefully, right? Like I said, if we can break and hold this as support. So it doesn't matter how many candlesticks that takes. It's not after it touches 3 times or after 3 green candles. It's literally that simple. If it can break and hold the level as support, we're looking for buys, right? Sells, if we can break and hold the level as resistance, we're looking for sells, right? Price can break and hold the level as support, we're looking for buys, right? So it's a situation with each chart. Situation with each chart, right? I remember red candles, a green candle, so it's simply if price can or cannot do what we're looking for, which is again hold a low as resistance. If we're looking for sells, all right, resistance. If we're looking for sells, and then hold as support if we're looking for buys. All right, but we can literally look at all these charts. You see that they all do the same thing we're looking for, but they look different volume-wise, structure-wise. Again, the rules are still the same. All right, still the same. All right, nothing changes, but the date, low price, and the volume. The rules stay the same. So let's see what this hour looks like. So I'm gonna redo the Sunday chart analysis because it did not upload and stuff's already moved. So I'm gonna do an updated one. So that's gonna be dropping in the next 30 minutes or hour. Again, y'all got a new video dropping later on today on YouTube. Make sure you be on the lookout for that. And also make sure to catch up on the videos I dropped over the weekend in this month, y'all. Also, make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal free Telegram. See I did last month and last quarter. And speaking of quarter, the quarter two sale is still going on. It ends. Let me pull out the calendar. Let's see what this date. 21st. Yeah, so it ends next week, right? So Q2 sale ends next week. Again, everything is 25% off. That's all the books. That is the one-on-one sessions, the course, the monthly, yearly, and lifetime events by Signature. We use discount code Q2. Everything's 25% off till the end of the month, y'all. All right, take advantage of the sale. You'll always be asking when the next sale is or if I ever do sales. I'm doing one right now. So I don't want to hear nothing when the sale's over, y'all. Shout out to those that did take advantage of investing in yourselves. But yeah, y'all. Links in the description for all of that. Like always, you want to contact me directly. You can DM me on Instagram or TikTok or Telegram. Instagram, TikTok, scroll to the bottom of the screen. Telegram, first link in the description. I respond to all messages. If you're interested in how to identify these levels, signal service, or mentorship program, make sure to hit those links in the description, y'all. And again, it's called the playbook for a reason. We'll be back at it same time tomorrow, London session 3 EST.